Well, back to the topic of the day. It's Valentine's Day, and I know a lot of the ladies out there are hoping to get a little bling today.
And if your sweetie's budget, though, is a little more Crackerjack than Cartier, don't fear, we've got a great alternative.
It's an amazing bling exhibit along the lakeshore, a collection that will satisfy your sparkly desires and channel your inner Elizabeth Taylor.
Who doesn't love a little bling or a lot of it? We are at Bling, a history of costume jewelry at the Tri-Cities Historical Museum in downtown Grand Haven. And we have the good fortune of talking to a man that has collected a lot of costume jewelry, some really beautiful items. This is Kirk Hoofman of Muskegon. Now, Kirk, how many pieces do you have in your collection?
3,000 in the whole collection. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to take a lot of it back home.
So close to 1,400 pieces in this exhibit. I gotta ask, when did you start collecting jewelry?
I was probably 5 years old, and I went to the Ravenna sale one day, and I saw a big Czechoslovakian necklace that I know is Czechoslovakian now. I didn't know then, but I picked it up for like $1.
Oh, wow.
And now it's probably worth $100, $150.
And it started a lifelong passion.
Yeah.
When was really the heyday of costume jewelry?
Probably the 1940s, 50s, and the 60s. And then it died out in the 70s when styles changed. But a lot of this was thrown away and given away. And
wow, it's so colorful. The glass, it sparkles, it shines. With so much costume jewelry, you've got to have some favorites. Can you just tell us or point out what some of them are?
Yeah, this pink Larry Verba necklace down here is like one of my favorites.
Wow.
I bought that at a show for like $500, and it's increased in value to around $1,000.
Wow.
So a lot of this has increased in value over the years of collecting.
What a beautiful piece. Okay, so over here there are some pieces that might look familiar to some of the folks that are watching. Let's start with this one over here.
Well, that's the Heart of the Ocean, a replica of it.
In Titanic, maybe.
Yeah. And this here is a replica of Princess Diana's big sapphire necklace.
Oh, yeah, that is really, really cool. Even here, there's a famous movie star that wore something like this.
Elizabeth Taylor. She's making copies of her jewelry now for Avon.
Wow, really, really cool. All right, tell us a little bit about this really big cone filled with brooches.
Well, it was we started it around Christmas time, and we thought that it would be really cool to like make a Christmas tree type of something. So we just started putting pins on a black velvet cone, and that's what it ended up being. There's like 300 brooches on that whole thing.
It is beautiful. You've amassed quite a collection.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk to the museum about how they got it here. We're here with Stephen Radke, the curator of exhibits at the Tri-Cities Historical Museum. Stephen, how did you learn about this collection?
All of our exhibits generally come from local residents. We always try to highlight people's collections. There's a lot of people that collect things, and they'll come to us and say, I collect this, and we wondered if you were interested in having it on display.
Yeah.
This one was a little different. We have a committee that meets, and one of our committee members works at a local antique mall, and she happened to know Kirk from him coming in to buy pieces for his collection, and so she contacted him and asked him if he'd like to come and participate. And then from there we thought that this topic would be something that our public would be interested in seeing. So.
Oh yeah, very, very beautiful. But this really isn't the only exhibit you have here at the museum.
No, this is our newest exhibit, just opened, and it will be running through October. But we're also opening one in April, which will run through the summer. It's called Fragments, and it's a history of the architecture of the Tri-Cities. And then, in addition to that, we of course have our permanent collection downstairs, which is a history of the area.
Oh, so cool. Well, thanks for letting us be here today. We always love to check out a little bit of bling here. A history of costume jewelry here at the Tri-Cities Historical Museum. Check it out.
Wow, that's a perfect story for you to do, Rachel.
I love vintage jewelry, and there really was that time of the few decades, and several decades actually. It kind of reminds you of old Hollywood, where it was very popular, and then the trend started changing a little bit. We've kind of went back to that a little bit, where you can pick up some wonderful things, like he has at antique places or shows. You don't even have to spend a fortune to get something sparkly and colorful. That's what I like about it so much, and it kind of is, it's fun to mix some old and new with your outfits.
Well, and it can really make such a statement to even a very plain or very simple outfit, and it looks like he's really kind of hit the jackpot on that.
Yeah, it is a treasure trove. The Bling exhibit will be at the Tri-Cities Historical Museum in Grand Haven through October, so you have some time to get there. There's no cost to attend, but donations to the museum are always accepted.
The Tri-Cities Museum is located at 200 Washington Avenue. It's open Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays, and I'll tell you, it is a beautiful walk back in time in Grand Haven. If you're ever along the lakeshore and looking for something interesting to do, that's a great place.
Right nestled in the downtown area. A good stop.
That's right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Your all-access pass to everything West Michigan.